thank you. Well, welcome to 2025. Woo! Each new year is an opportunity for new beginnings. It is a time for a fresh start. New beginnings can sometimes feel a little daunting, but we know that positive change can stem from little things, like establishing a new healthy habit that makes us feel good. We can learn how to start fresh and pursue a purpose that gives us meaning. The new year can help us reflect on our past experiences without reliving them. We can learn to accept and forgive ourselves for past mistakes. Reflecting on our past can help us determine what is working and what we might want to change. We can begin or renew our mindfulness practices like meditation or journaling. Regular walks can help us reflect and refresh our thoughts, declutter and focus our minds, allowing us to move forward feeling rejuvenated. Mindfulness also helps us identify our goals. A set of clear and achievable goals and values helps us identify the changes that we wish to make. Goals help us step out of our comfort zone and try something new. Mindfulness helps us recognize our progress and celebrate our accomplishments. It helps us build our self-esteem and encourages us to make further positive changes. For many years, during the season when a fresh new year begins, I have found Russell A. Kemp's poem, "This is the Year," very inspirational. This is the year. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful you. This is the year that your dreams come true. This is the year your ship comes in. This is the year you find Christ within. This is the year you are glad to live. This is the year you have much to give. This is the year when you know the truth. This is the year when you find new youth. This is the year that brings happiness. This is the year you will live to bless. Wonderful, wonderful, fortunate you. This is the year your dreams come true. I love this poem. And it has influenced Unity writers and teachers for decades. I derive much of today's lessons from two articles I found, one by Catherine Ponder, a prosperity teacher in Unity, and Eric Butterworth. Unity even has two songs in our old hymnal based on this poem. I thought about singing one of them today, but one of them I've always thought was a little unsingable. And the other one is too complex a tune for PowerPoint, but if some of you are inclined, I thought we might break out the hymnals after the service and give it a go. Wonderful, wonderful, fortunate you. This is the year that your dreams come true. And 2025 can be the year your dreams come true. Whether they do or don't, depending on whether you believe they can or not. They depend on whether you believe they can and then whether or not you do something constructive to make them come true. Many dreams never come true because people dismiss their desires as impossible. And if you and I were mere human beings, believing that your dreams can come true might be foolish. But we are not. mere human beings. We are spiritual beings endowed with the power of God to help us achieve our dreams. God made us in God's image and then gave us dominion over our earthly existence. We are not puppets on strings. We are not ruled by time or fate. We have been endowed with the power of the universe to achieve our good. God expects us to use this spiritual dominion and command our world. How else can we grow? How else can we progress and achieve? How else can we contribute to the good of humanity? In his classical book, Illusions, Richard Bach compares our lives to the movies. The two main characters, Don and Richard, they go to see Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. And when the show is over, Don tells Richard, "Well, that was a good movie. But the world's best movie is still an illusion. The pictures aren't even moving. They only appear to move. Changing light seems to move across a flat screen set up in the dark." Don tells Richard that our lives are like the movies, and we choose our lives in the same way we choose the movies we see. We buy tickets to these films, to these lives. We pay admission by agreeing to believe in the version of reality that they show us. But in truth, we produce our own show. More than we may realize, we have produced our own movies in the past, and beginning today, in 2025, we can choose to change the plot of our movie. We can become the hero, the adventurer, the achiever. Our world is waiting for us to save it, and we can. What kind of movie do you expect to see? Are we waiting for our ships to come in? What ships have we sent out? If we have sent out our ships of thought laden with the expectations of limitation, we produce that kind of movie in our lives. Still, we can change our minds and change our lives. We can send out ships of thought with great expectations of unlimited good, knowing that we can produce that kind of movie as well. By telling yourself, this is the year, 2025 is the year my ships come in. 2025 is the year my dreams come true. Emphasize the good and know that the year ahead can be a time of progress and growth. Do not postpone your good until another time. Give thanks that now is the time. Give thanks with faith and conviction that right now, this very moment, your good is at hand. Do not dream of yourself as being healthy and happy sometime in the future. Affirm that God's presence within fills you with health and happiness right now. Do not dream of yourself as prosperous and thriving in the future. Affirm that you are now a child of God and joint heirs to the divine good all around you, filled with power and wisdom. There is no better time to be prosperous and thriving than right now. Now is the time of your dreams to come true. Now is the time to affirm their fulfillment. Every good thought returns to you blessed. your thoughts and prayers return to you, some tenfold, some 100-fold, some 10,000-fold, not in the future, but right now, beginning today. Every sincere prayer opens the way for good to rush, to flow into your life, not in the future, but right now. Do not search distant skies or wait on some distant shore for your good to come to you. Right where you are, expect your ships of faith and prayer to bring you your good. This is the year your ships come in. This is the year you are glad to live. You may not think of yourself as not being glad to live, and yet whenever you tell yourself you are tired, unhappy, or disappointed, or that you don't have the things you need or want, you are denying to yourself that you are glad to live. So right now, today, let go of the negative habits of thoughts and feelings that have troubled or depressed you. Watch your attitudes and make sure that with every thought, every word, every act, you affirm your faith in God, your faith in the good all around you, and your love for life. Wonderful, wonderful, fortunate you. This is the year your dreams come true. And 2025 is your year for a fresh start. God bless you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And this is our opportunity right now to pour out the gift of God from within us through our tithes and our love offerings. And can we share this offertory blessing together? Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am joy-filled and grateful. Thank you, God. And you can send your gifts, your tithes, your love offerings to paypal.me/UnityLincoln. That's paypal.me/UnityLincoln. You can also send your gifts through the mail or through a bank transfer by sending them to Unity Lincoln, P.O. Box 30209, Lincoln, Nebraska 68503. Or you can scan this little code here and send your gift via PayPal, or go to our webpage at unitylincoln.org and you will find a convenient link. And remember to like us on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube. And give and God gives it back to you. Give and God gives it back to you. Give and God gives it back to you. Pressed down, shaken together, running over, back in good measure. God gives it back to you. Sing it over, give and God gives it back to you. Give and God gives it back to you. Give and God gives it back to you. Pressed down, shaken together, running over, back in good measure. God gives it back to you. Scooby-Dooby-Dooby-Dooby-Doo. And let us share this affirmation for our church family. Together, Unity Lincoln is blessed to draw the people, funds, and all that is required for the health and growth of our community and peace in the world, heart to heart. And January is also, this first Sunday of the month is the time we celebrate